Welcome to the How to Code for Beginners video. This step-by-step programming tutorial will guide you from zero experience to building real-world applications. Traditional coding methods often lead to information overload, focusing too much on syntax without the why and leaving you dependent on tutorials. Our approach focuses on fundamentals, understanding why first, and fostering independence. Our course diverges from the traditional path of syntax to features and maybe production. We emphasize fundamentals, leading to projects, ultimately preparing you for a career. This course is designed for a variety of learners: complete beginners, career changers moving into tech, students needing CS foundations, entrepreneurs building tech products, professionals seeking automation skills, and anyone driven by curiosity. Our 12-week learning path covers fundamentals to full-stack development, including data structures, APIs, front-end, and back-end. You will engage in over 100 hours of content, complete 6 projects across multiple languages, and become career-ready. We now transition to foundational concepts, focusing on understanding how programming truly works at its core. We use a computational thinking framework involving decomposition, pattern recognition, abstraction, and algorithms. For a to-do app, this means breaking it down into features, recognizing common list patterns, focusing on logic, and defining step-by-step actions, like toggling status on a click. A computer executes code through a pipeline. Source code is analyzed, parsed into a syntax tree, compiled into bytecode, and finally executed. This process manages variable memory, distinguishing between immutable variables and mutable objects, which are handled differently in memory. The memory model involves the stack for local variables, where assigning quote equals x means y gets the value of x, but reassigning x doesn't affect y. The heap holds mutable objects, like lists. When backquote list2 equals list1 backquote, they point to the same object. Therefore, modifying one list modifies the other. Control flow manages decision-making through sequential execution, conditional statements like if/else, and loops for repetition. The example shows how to use an if/else condition for age verification and a for loop to iterate a count. Functions allow us to write reusable code blocks, upholding the DRY principle. They offer abstraction, better code organization, and facilitate testing small, isolated pieces of logic, significantly reducing redundant code. For our first project, the calculator, the architecture follows a basic input, process, output flow. We focus on defining the sequence of operations for receiving input, performing calculations, and displaying the results. The implementation of the calculator project is structured around a main function. This is a common pattern in Python to ensure the code only runs when the script is executed directly. Project 1 goes beyond basic functionality, focusing on building a working application, comprehensive error handling, thorough testing, and necessary documentation. Our second project is building a task manager. Like the calculator, the architecture will follow the input, process, output model, but with more complexity in managing data and user interactions. The task manager project uses a standard Python structure with a main function for implementation, where we'll add the logic for creating, viewing, and completing tasks. For the task manager, we will build a working application, implement robust error handling, develop thorough testing procedures, and create useful documentation. Project 3 introduces the web scraper. The architecture follows the input, process, output model. Input is the web content, the process involves extracting data, and the output is the scraped information. The web scraper implementation uses the familiar Python structure with a main function. The core challenge here is handling network requests and parsing HTML content efficiently. With the web scraper, you will achieve a working application, learn error handling for network requests, implement testing for extraction logic, and provide documentation for how to use the tool. Project 4 is the web app frontend. Its architecture focuses on the user interface, where input is user interaction, processing is handling UI logic, and output is rendering updates to the user. The web app frontend implementation will follow a standard pattern using a main function. Here, we shift to using web technologies to build the interactive interface. In this project, you'll focus on delivering a working front-end application with UI error handling, unit testing for components, and documenting user flow and interface elements. Project 5 covers the web app backend. The architecture processes requests, interacts with data, and returns responses. Input is HTTP requests, processing is business logic, and output is data responses. The backend implementation will focus on setting up server routes and handling data persistence. This is where the core business logic of the application resides. The web app backend project encompasses a working API, error handling for data and requests, backend testing for routes and logic, and documentation for API endpoints. Project 6 combines CRUD operations with a portfolio site. This architecture involves user input for portfolio content, processing CRUD logic, and outputting the displayed portfolio. The final implementation combines all learned skills to build a functional CRUD application within the context of a personal portfolio. It uses a clean Python structure for organization. For the CRUD and Portfolio project, you'll deliver a full-stack working application, handle diverse error scenarios, implement end-to-end testing, and create professional documentation for a complex system. Finally, we explore advanced topics, beginning with a deep dive into object-oriented programming, complete with a practical, hands-on example of working code. Next, we cover asynchronous programming. This is a deep dive into concurrent execution, accompanied by a practical, hands-on example to illustrate how to write non-blocking code. We will then explore error handling, focusing on deep strategies for managing exceptions gracefully. This includes a practical code example to show robust error management in action. Understanding Git version control is crucial. We'll take a deep dive into Git workflows, complete with a hands-on working code example to demonstrate practical version control. Next, we cover testing strategies, diving deep into unit, integration, and end-to-end testing. We'll provide a practical example of working code to show effective testing methods. We then tackle performance optimization. This deep dive will cover techniques for writing efficient code, complemented by a practical, hands-on example. Security basics are next. We'll deep dive into fundamental security practices, and you'll work through a practical example demonstrating secure coding principles. Following this, we discuss best practices for code organization and maintainability. You'll apply these standards in a practical, hands-on coding example. We examine debugging techniques, essential for fixing code efficiently. This deep dive includes a practical demonstration with hands-on working code. Finally, we cover deployment fundamentals. Learn how to launch your applications with a practical example demonstrating deployment pipelines and best practices. By the end of this video, you will have mastered key programming skills, including Python, JavaScript, SQL, web development, database management, Git/GitHub, testing and debugging, and production patterns. You will build a strong project portfolio featuring 6 complete applications: a calculator, task manager, web scraper, web app frontend, web app backend, and a full-stack portfolio site. Your enrollment includes over 100 hours of video content, 6 hands-on projects, 200+ coding exercises, lifetime access, a private community, a certificate of completion, and a 30-day money-back guarantee.